It's looking pretty matte so far. Alright, so when there was a little bit of gunk on the end there, a little bit of filament was stuck in the nozzle, but it looks like it popped off right before it finished this purge, or this calibration purge line. Hey, it's Nathan. How are you? Thanks for joining. This is our first time printing with this material. Hopefully it works out. We don't get some big jam or what's going on there. It looks like I'm having some poor bed adhesion there. What is going on? I might have to restart this print and clean the build plate quick, guys. I think maybe I'll raise the or lower the temperature of the filament coming out a bit, or raise it. See, this filament's a bit tricky because it's foaming, so you don't want the temperature too low when you're putting your first initial layer down, because it's just not going to solidify and stick properly, and there won't be proper adhesion to the bed. If the temperature is too high, this filament has a foaming agent that is heat activated, so the hotter that you print this filament, the more it foams and expands. This filament's used for 3D printing shoes or foam tires. I'm going to be printing a foam grip for a pair of flyers. This is literally just a test because the first time ever printing with this material. Even though that first layer turned out like crap, it actually seems to be sticking a bit. So I'm just going to let this go for a little bit, and I'm not saying that it has to finish. This is literally a test. I didn't expect it to be able to finish and come out nice. But this is just literally a little handle for some of our, I'll show you. Just going to slide on these. We just designed this quick so we can see how this foaming TPU works, because TPU is a flexible filament. I use it, I have a tactical equipment brand, and we use it for all of our tactical gear. It's extremely impact resistant, chemical resistant. It's fantastic material. Now this has a foaming agent in it, so that makes it so it's not just has that flex, it has a softness like a cushion. So we'll see how this comes out. And I notice it prints very like a matte. It's not glossy, which is honestly awesome. I hate when prints come out glossy. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to be notified whenever we start broadcasting. Whenever we come out with new products, or even we're designing new products, we'll either broadcast our screen, or we'll show the print being, or the product being printed, and then we'll move over to assembly as well. Then I usually put together a short video. I am going to be doing some longer videos that are more in-depth on the how-to things are built. That way, some of you at home, if you're interested in getting into the hobby or starting a business, it'd be easy for you to learn. Just follow some simple steps. I haven't decided if I'm going to let this fully finish printing and then take it off to see what it's like, or if I'm just going to let it print a little bit and then pop it off the build plate. Since the first layer went down, honestly, pretty shitty, I'm hoping that this doesn't end up popping off the bed. That's why I don't know if I'm going to let it just print the whole thing. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you guys can hear me better now. I just connected my mic. Can somebody that's watching please let me know if you can hear me clearly in the chat? Thank you so much. I appreciate you letting me know. Do you have a 3D printer at home? Now this is the first time printing with this filament, and it was not just put it in and pick a preset and try. I had to tweak quite a bit of settings. I used ChatGPT to give me some, uh, well, to give it the best settings that it knows. So I inputted those, and we'll see. We'll adjust from there. You should get a 3D printer. It's they're extremely affordable now. You can get a bamboo A1 Mini for about, I don't know, 200 and something. If you're in the States, it's even cheaper. I'm in Canada, so you know it's our exchange rate. I really like the texture of this filament. Wow, it's coming out nice. This is at a setting that's supposed to be foaming at medium. The So I'm printing at 235 degrees Celsius. If I go up to 250, 255, then it's at a max foaming. And I think you can go a bit above that, but they don't recommend it because the structure doesn't end up too stable. Won't be that uniform and just won't be turning out that nice at all. It's just too much foaming. But apparently I can go still a setting above this, and it will make it a lot more squishy. Uh, they say it's, you know what? I'm going to show you guys on camera in a second. Where in Canada are you? I'm in Ontario, close to Toronto, in a city of Brampton. Why do you want to move out of Ontario? Are you looking to move to another province? I have a lot of friends that have left Ontario recently because the changes in everything to do with the immigration, and unfortunately, they move to another province so they can try and get their PR because it made it impossible here, and it was honestly really sad to see a lot of them have to move. I personally love the multicultural. I have friends from all over the world, and I love it. It's amazing because I turned these settings down quite a bit. Like they were at 500 and for some things, and it had me turn it down to like 35. I never really screw with the settings in regard to speed. I usually keep the presets there and just work trying between the different brands. And I've learned which ones are a bit faster, which ones are slower, and then I can also tweak the print temperatures. That's usually all I really get into. But for this filament, it said due to the foaming, I even had to adjust the flow rate. I had to bring the flow rate down since it's foaming. So I guess that would mean 1 kilogram spool of this will actually last me longer than a regular kilogram spool of TPU. Since it is expanding, extruding at a lower flow rate, even though I'm making the same size part. So yeah, it's actually kind of neat. New Brunswick, that's awesome. My wife is from Nova Scotia. No, no, my wife is from Newfoundland. Sorry, her brother is in Nova Scotia. Yes, honestly, Newfoundland is. I hope to live there at some point in my life, or at least retire there one day because I love seafood. It's by the ocean, and I don't know. It just seems very different. I'm used to a busy city all the time. I work downtown Toronto. I work in one of the trauma hospitals as in-house security, and yeah, getting my kids and family out of the city one day would is actually the goal. It's crazy how much people pay to actually live in a busy city when out of the city, the country areas are so much more beautiful, peaceful, and a better place to raise your kids. I notice quite a few viewers whenever I'm chatting with them. They're often from Canada as well. I chatted with a few from other places in the world, but it makes me wonder about YouTube's algorithm if they purposely uh, broadcast it to people that are viewing locally or closer to you. Yeah, Northern Ontario. I used to have a trailer. Well, my dad had a trailer when I was a kid in Brooks Falls. That was that was beautiful. It was Doe Lake is where a trailer was, and it's beautiful up there. Muskoka area. The only thing is, there's not as much work up in those areas, so that's why I'm working to build an online business. That way, I can get my kids out of the city because I won't be locked to the city because it won't matter where I'm living if I can run a successful online business. So I have a tactical equipment business I started about just over a year ago. That one is doing pretty well so far. We're about to launch another brand for a different line of products. It's a different niche. And we just started Amazon, selling on Amazon, but we're going to be selling some different products on there. Not our tactical equipment brand. It will be more general items. Do any of you guys make anything at home? Any of you guys makers? Yeah, Timmins is beautiful. Now, do you know how to design anything in CAD? If you do know how to design in CAD, I actually know a way that you would be able to earn a 3D printer from Bamboo Labs by just designing stuff. If you don't know how to design, I suggest picking it up. It's very easy if you use an app called Shaper 3D. That's what I used to design. It's parametric modeling. If you have an iPad, it makes it super easy. I just use my iPad pencil and you can design on the fly. I can carry my iPad mini in my pocket, pop it out whenever, and quickly design something that pops to mind. Or if I'm doing something, I'm like, and I run into an issue, I can just whip it out and design it. Then you take your designs and you post them on MakerWorld. MakerWorld.com is owned by Bamboo Labs. The way that works is you post your designs up, and whenever people download your designs, you get credits on the Bamboo system. You can save up your credits and buy things with it. You can literally save up your credits and buy a 3D printer from just starting to design stuff and post it on MakerWorld. It's pretty cool actually the way they have this whole system set up. I think they did it as an incentive so they can have a CAD like a database for people to search of files, and that is actually a full, and that pulls people away from printables and things like that, and Thingiverse. Those are other websites that you can post your designs on, but MakerWorld, you get credits that you can use to literally purchase stuff. I haven't started doing it. I don't post my designs online. Most of my stuff I design is products that I list for sale after. So I don't share designs because I don't want someone else taking those designs and using them. And on Etsy, only the owner of the original design is allowed to sell it. But if I'm selling it and multiple people start selling it, all of our shops can get banned until they investigate who was the actual original owner. So I don't share my designs of the products that I sell for that reason. But I suggest picking up the or starting to design some stuff. If you don't know how, download Shaper 3D. I tell you, even if you design in AutoCAD or any of that, I have friends that are in school for engineering. I have friends that work in research facilities, and they're using these different like AutoCAD and things like that. Now they're great and they're powerful tools, but you don't need all that to make a 3D object that you're going to be 3D printing. You can design any shape, uh, any product that comes to mind in Shaper 3D, and it's very fast to round corners like at a fillet or a chamfer, which is like rounding or adding a 45-degree angle on the edge so it's not just a corner edge. It's a click of a button. You click on it and drag it. If you want to cut a hole through something, you just draw a circle on it, click on the circle, and push it, and it cuts a circle through it. If you YouTube Shaper 3D, SHAPR 3D, they have a bunch of short videos, and if you just watch for them, you'll see how easy it actually is. I bought my first 3D printer 14 months ago. I didn't know how to design in CAD at all. I picked up a Shaper. I tried learning Blender, tried learning AutoCAD. It was they're very powerful tools, but you don't. I didn't need all that.
and it was just frustrating me because it was so much more to learn than I actually needed. Then I downloaded Shaper 3D, and there's this little tutorial video in the beginning that gets you to make a reusable water bottle. And and when you're making that, it has you run through each of the tools to make it, and it literally shows you step by step where to click. And by the time you're done making that water bottle, you can literally just click new project and start designing your own product because you already know what those tools are. Because there's not that many, and they're very powerful, those tools, and versatile. I am so tempted just to pop this thing off the build plate just to feel what it feels like right now. Oh, 40 minutes left on the print. Hey guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps support the channel. We are still in a restricted type of area with YouTube Live until we hit 1,000 subscribers. Then those restrictions lift. So by hitting subscribe, you're going to help us reach that 1,000 subscribers, which honestly feels like forever. I'm not doing this to try and make money off YouTube. I'm just doing this so we can have an audience to be able to show our products to and teach and show the how-to videos and hopefully get more people into the hobby. Yeah, if you know how to use Blender and you can use it nice and quick, use it. But if you know how to use Blender and how to sketch stuff in Blender and those tools, if you download Shaper 3D, it will you already know how to use it because the tools are basically the same except simplified and way easier to use. There's way less steps if you want to do something. I can sit beside someone that's experienced and we're gonna have dimensions in front of us for a part to make and and the specs for that part, and we will be able to finish that part and have the exact same part made, except I will be finished the part while they're just getting through the first few steps. Oh, well, thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate it. This is our, so we have 5 3D printers now. We started with one, and this was actually the first one we bought, the X1 Carbon. We got an X1 Carbon, we have a P1P, a P1S, an A1, and an H2D. I personally love the X1 Carbon, the P1P, the P1S. The A1's all right too, but I really like how the bed doesn't swing back and forth on a Core XY style printer, like the one you're looking at. The Bamboo A1, your bed swings back and forth, so your part's getting whipped back and forth. So that does affect the quality a little bit. Now, not that much, because I have noticed that I'm still getting amazing quality off it, and it honestly surprises the hell out of me. And for a starter printer, a Bamboo A1 or A1 Mini, I would stick with an A1 just because the build size just gives you way more options on things to print. But the H2D, the basic H2D, I don't recommend it. I have it. I don't recommend it. It was a disappointment, I should put. It works great, but I bought it because I want to be printing with the exotic materials and multi color TPU. Now they only one nozzle out of the two is enabled for TPU. Now they just enabled the other nozzle, but I noticed they still have poor first layer uh, under extrude. So on the, I'll show you actually. If you see this print, you see how there's like little holes in it? Where it's missing filament, where it just didn't fill in those spots. Now, that's not random either, because every single one I do has those gaps in the exact same spots. So this is a printer issue or their software issue, but there's definitely issues. The build surface that you print on, that's going to leave that imprint on the bottom of your print. So if you're going to be like for us, we design things and we rely on that build surface because we often use that build surface as parts of the print that are going to be showing. For example, this holder here, that's all the build surface. The side, like the layers are okay, but if you design something properly, then you can make it so you can take advantage of that build surface. Now, when you're having a printer that's under extruding on that initial layer, that totally ruins you being able to take advantage of that build surface. So, yes, I am very disappointed with the H2D. I hope that they find a way to fix it in the firmware or they send out some free upgrade parts, but it's not my go-to printer right now, and I don't recommend anybody buy it unless Bamboo Labs fixes this issue. What they did do is they released this printer, and then a few weeks later, they released the H2D Pro, which is literally this printer with the more heavy-duty parts that and makes it a more capable printer that this was supposed to already be. But they decided to do what they do and release this and then release an upgrade and be like, oh yeah, this one is more of a, you know, not so industrial grade, but our pro version is more industrial grade. So yeah, I think that was a bit of manipulative bullshit, and I'm not too happy with Bamboo Labs for that. So I'm pretty sure the next printer we're going to be doing will be either Prusa or Snapmaker. We're going to try and lean away from Bamboo Labs with the direction they're going. It doesn't seem like they're going in a direction that's focused on customers, like making customers happy. It's more focused on just profiting for their business. They have a product line that sells itself, but unfortunately, just I don't recommend them right now. Now a P this like a I don't even think they're selling this anymore. The P2S from Bamboo Labs, yes, I do recommend still. And same with the P1S and P1P and A1, but not the H2D. And honestly, none of the newer printers are about to release. All right, guys, so let's take a look at this quick. I just want to touch it. Let's see. Yes, I agree. Creating 3D models for me is pretty satisfying actually. Like I do it something just to sit and relax and do. Working doing it on the iPad with just a iPad pencil, it's it makes it actually very relaxing. The way Shaper 3D works is you use your fingertips to adjust views and all that thing and move the model around, and then you use the pencil to select the object, select settings, and do your edits. So your fingers do uh, work for different things on the app than the pencil does. That's how you're able to utilize so many different tools and settings. So I'll usually just take my iPad, go sit on the couch, or maybe I'll be in the kitchen doing something and realize, I try and put my mug underneath the Nescafe coffee maker and it doesn't fit. So let's go get a measuring tape for my caliber and I'll measure it up and grab my iPad, whip together a design, and print something. And then I got my coffee maker up on a riser with a separate cup holder that now, and that the where the cup now fits even underneath the coffee maker. It's pretty amazing how you go from this app to printing it and having it in your hand within a few hours. It's such a rewarding feeling, especially when it turns out the first time. One of the great things about having 3D printers as well is it's not just a hobby; it's something that can start making you money like almost right away. I started with an Etsy shop, and that works out great for us. Now we have Amazon shops as well. So our Etsy shop is where we design our products and we perfect them for the tactical gear. And that's where people can also order stuff and have it customized. But then there's other things that we design. Maybe, like I said, something for a coffee machine or anything really. Something a designer clip to hold papers on a wall. And maybe it's going to print one for ourselves. But you know what? Might as well print six of them. Take some pictures, throw it in bags, throw a couple barcodes on it, send it to Amazon. You don't got to do nothing from there except just wait for people to buy it. Amazon takes care of everything, the shipping, everything. You just send it to Amazon. And then you just see the money start coming in as people order those things. And it could be things that, you just design for yourself. And you know what? You design it, you make it for yourself. It costs you maybe 15 cents to $1 material and then so you print three, four of them, throw them in a bag, throw barcodes on them, throw them for 25, $30 each online, and and then you'll be surprised. There's a lot of people that see Amazon, so there's a lot of people that are going to see your product, and it's a high chance that somebody's going to end up liking it. So 3D printing is not just a hobby, but it's something that you can use to bring in extra income. And not just for people at home. This could be for a business that's struggling to keep up. They can you know buy 3D printer, start doing phone cases or anything just to have that extra little bit of funding come in. Okay, guys, we have 19 minutes left on this print. Again, this is a foam grip for a pair of pliers. We just designed the foam grip because this is literally just something to test this new material. This material is TPU that has a foaming agent in it. So what that means is it's already a flexible filament, but the higher you increase the temperature that you're printing at, the more it's going to foam as it extrudes out the nozzle. So it's going to turn into almost like a sponge. So if you just heat it up a little bit so it foams only a little bit, it just gives it a bit of a texture, more of a rubbery type grippy feel, is what I'm told. Because this is the first time working with it. Okay, and there's a medium which should be more of like a handlebar grip, and then you can go up to so medium's about 235. That's what we're printing at now, 235 degrees Celsius. We can go up to 250 to 255 degrees Celsius, and apparently that will be feel like foam, like cushion. So we're gonna try printing at that setting next. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, to tell you the truth, to set up. After I have the settings dialed in the slicer, then I save it, and I can just always click on that preset, and it will automatically start bring up those settings. But it's just inputting all these changes into the system, because a lot of things have to change: the flow rate, the just the speed, the acceleration, everything has to change in order for it to print properly and come out uniform. Since it is having to come out of that nozzle and foam as it lays it down, that's the reason that so many adjustments have to be made. So I asked ChatGPT if it can give me some settings that it think would be in the okay range, and it looks like the settings it gave me were perfect, honestly, because this item is coming out amazing. I love the texture. You can't see the layer lines, and it honestly looks like it's soft a little bit. So after it comes off here, I'll show you guys what it looks like and how it moves and bends, and then we'll start the next print at a higher temperature so we can see what it's like with the foaming agent activated more. So again, 16 minutes left. I'm going to be muting my mic and letting you guys watch this. I'll talk to you guys in a sec. We got 12 minutes left, actually 11 minutes left for this print, and then we'll be taking off the print bed and manipulating it in front of the camera so you guys can see how this foaming TPU print turned out. All right, guys, we have 2 minutes left before this print is finished, and then we are going to be taking off the build plate and showing you how it turned out on camera.